I'm getting a late start this morning. I'm so tired. Welcome back to Mishmas. How are you guys? I'm enjoying my coffee with Christmas Bear. You can actually see how late it is. The sun is way up in the sky. I had to sleep in this morning because I came home from jury duty and I put in basically like a full day of work, and you know me, I don't burn the midnight oil. I am not a night owl, so I was like, what's happening? What is happening? My eyes are bleeding. But I got my work done and, went to bed, woke up late this morning. That's how it goes, right? Hey, Butters. So I'm relieved of jury duty. I did that yesterday. They excused me. I'm good. So I did that. I'm glad I don't have to go back. It's just, it's just disruptive, plain and simple. And it was funny. There were some people in the jury pool, they were excited. They were excited and they really wanted to be on the jury. And I thought, well, good, let them have it. I won't get into detail, but it was a criminal case, and the charges that were being filed against the defendants were heinous. And I'm just glad I don't have to. I'm just glad. I'm just glad. I'm glad I don't have to be there for it. I'm glad I don't have to listen to any testimony. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision. Butters, I'll be right with you. So, yeah. Anyway, glad that's over with. Back on track. Hopefully I'll be able to get all the work that I need done during the day and not have to burn the midnight oil again. So, for today, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to be talking about my most worn handbags of 2023. I'm going to limit it to 5. I'll have some honorable mentions, of course, because I can never stick to whatever number it is that I assign to these lists. But I'll say the 5 most worn handbags of 2023. I think that's good. I think if it's any more than 5, right, like 10, what's the point? That's just the handbag. These are the handbags I used this past year. So I'm going to say 5 most worn handbags of 2023. I have a couple of honorable mentions, I think. Yeah, the list is still being like curated in my head. But yeah, I think I'll have 2 honorable mentions because they came in kind of late in this year, but they deserve to be mentioned. So that's what we'll do today. I think that'll be fun. I am going to finish up drinking this giant pot of coffee. I really need an injection today. Let's open up the advent calendars and then let's talk about my most used handbags. All right, day 16. Day 16. It's down here. There you are. Ooh, another deep, dark one. We've got the Myrrh and Tonka. This is such a warm gourmand scent. Okay. Oops. Oh, okay. Number 16 is right here. It's right by the bunny here. Décolleté, the Absolute Treatment Lotion. Wow, I have a lot of skincare to play with. This is great. Okay, 16. Here's 16. And, ooh, we have the Itzia EDP. I have the Itzia, the Nuit one, the evening one. Do I have this one as well? I don't think so. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful, yeah. It's like a lighter version of the La Nuit. Smells divine. And did you catch how beautiful this little glass bottle is? So pretty. All right. Day 16. Here we go. Ooh, we've got another EDT La Nuit de l'Homme. So I guess this is a men's? Not that it really matters. Oh. Ooh, that is very masculine. I'll see if my husband likes this. Wow. Well, that smells great. All right. And Diptyque. We're on day 16. Day 16. Over here. What's this? Oh, this is their candle that's part of their home cleaning line. So this has, wow, this is supposed to be like like an air freshener in a way. It smells, gosh, almost like orange peel. We'll have to look up what this is, but I have the dish detergent. I have like an all-purpose cleaner, like a multi-purpose cleaner from this line. It's just so great. So wonderful. Oh, I love this. Okay, advent calendars are done. Before I get ready for the day and we get on to the meat of this particular vlog, I just wanted to share with you guys, hold on, let me bring you back over here. Share with you guys a bag that was sent to me with no obligation. It was just sent to me. Really, really nice. And I used it yesterday for jury duty. So I think I talked about this when I filmed before I left for jury duty, but I felt like I was packing for the weekend because I wanted to work while I was there. So I packed my laptop, I packed my iPad, my iPhone obviously, and then I packed like my card reader, and I had chargers, I had my MiFi, I had my external battery pack, like all these things just in case I needed any of them. I didn't know how long I would be. I didn't know how much time was going to be just like downtime. Turned out not a lot actually. We were engaged most of the time. But anyway, Kuyana actually sent me this tote bag. Isn't this pretty? So it's in this beautiful dark green, I think they call it a dark olive, and it has two sets of handles. Obviously, one set is longer than the other. The shorter set obviously is great for hand holding. This is great for shoulder toting, which I really like, again, which was perfect for yesterday. And I've put all my stuff away, but anyway, here is like my little electronics kit that I pack up. This has like my external battery, my MiFi, my charger, my cables, my card reader, all that stuff is still in here. My MacBook Air fit in here, my iPad fit in here. It has an inside pocket here, which is so great. I stuck my phone in there, my ID, my jury summons card, and it's really nice. It's this really sturdy leather, and then there's just this really subtle branding at the bottom. It's gold lettering, Kuyana, and this is a brand that I've actually been familiar with for a while because when I travel, they actually discontinued this particular style because they have other ones now. But I have basically like a cosmetics bag from them. And I love it. It's gorgeous. And it's held up. I travel with it. I traveled with it to Europe. It's just really sturdy. So I love the quality of their stuff. Oh, and let me show you what it came in. So if you are interested in gift giving, here is the box that it came in. Really beautiful. And then here is the dust bag that it comes in also. Very, very reasonably priced for a really quiet luxury kind of look. I really, really appreciate the simple design of it. It is a wonderful, wonderful tote. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that this is the bag that I used for jury duty yesterday. Very handy. And I got 2 compliments on it. So when I was on the escalator going up to jury duty, a woman behind me was like, "Oh, I really like your bag." I think she noticed the 2 handles because I was holding it and then I slung it over my shoulders. And then when I was going to lunch, I was going down the escalator and a woman commented. She was like, "Oh, where did you get that bag?" So I showed her the brand here. I was like, "You can get it online here." And she took it down on her phone. So anyway, I got a couple compliments on the bag and I'm really happy with it so far. I just used it yesterday, but it was perfect, absolutely perfect for jury duty. Anyway, I'm going to get ready for the day and then we'll talk about my most used handbags of 2023. All right, guys, I am dressed and ready for the day, and I'm actually trying out a new microphone because that other microphone system was making me crazy. So hopefully I sound better. It's been a real struggle, you guys. Anyway, thank you for your patience. Always technical issues. All right. We are going to be talking about my 5 most used bags of 2023. I have some honorable mentions because I am talking about the entire year, and there were some bags that came in kind of late in the year that I have really been using quite a lot, but still don't really compete with the bags that I've been using all year. You get my drift. But I've got 2 honorable mentions, but let's talk about the 5 most used bags first. I don't think a lot of these will be surprises, and I'm not sure if I did this video last year. Did I? I was gonna say, there's probably, if I did, probably some repeats in there. The first one, of course, is my Hermes Birkin 25. This I bought pre-loved from a very good friend of mine. And this is in the shade, or the color, I should say, the shade. This is in the color Gris Tourterelle, and this is Togo leather. I really, really love this bag. It is the perfect size to go out in the evenings and also, during the day. It carries enough. It carries my wallet, sunglasses, keys, phone, like everything that I need without being too bulky. And it is small enough, I think, to be kind of considered an evening bag. Maybe not like a bedazzled clutch or anything, but I don't feel silly carrying this bag out to dinner or anything like that. So because of its versatility, at this size, the 25, I think the 30 you could also, but once you get like the 35 and the 40 or anything larger, I just think it gets so big, it starts to look like a briefcase, and I wouldn't carry that size to dinner, for instance, unless I was coming from someplace else. But anyway, I think because of this size, this 25, I think that's why I use this bag as much as I do. It's also a really great neutral color. The Togo leather is soft, but not too floppy. It's also not too stiff, which I think makes bags look a little bit more formal, a little bit more traditional, if you will, like a box calf or something. So I do really enjoy like all the aspects of this bag. The only thing that has kept me from using this bag probably every single day is the fact that it only has these little handles. I can't put it over my shoulder. I can't wear a crossbody. And because these are so little, it's even sometimes tough to put on my arm. Like if I have a bulky sweater, or if I've got some really big rings on, or if I have a bracelet on, it's very uncomfortable. It's a little awkward. And so that's the only reason why I don't or wouldn't carry this bag, is if I felt like I needed my hands or whatever, if I'm, running errands or going shopping or whatever, and I feel like I just want to like go through clothing or like look at things or just have the freedom of my hands, I'm not going to bring this. I'm going to leave this one at home. I will also say, I don't know if it's because a lot of the bags that I purchased throughout this year, or even mid-year on, ended up being bags that I was using a lot. I feel like I started out the year really strong using this bag, and then it just kind of tapered. I haven't been using this bag quite as much, I would say, the second half of this year. And I'll talk about the bag that I think basically took its place in terms of just being able to carry it everywhere. And it's a little bit more versatile than this bag. So anyway, nonetheless, this is still one of my most used bags. And, probably going forward, it probably will continue to be so. So that's the Hermes Birkin 25. Now, this next bag is a bag that I purchased when I was in London, I would say at the very beginning of July of this year. So I have been using this pretty much nonstop for the second half of this year, which is why it made it onto this list. But this is the small Loewe puzzle bag. And I got this at Brown's in London. And if you are an American traveling in London, definitely go check out Brown's. Not only is it one of those really unique stores, it reminds me of Barney's. It's not like Harrods or Selfridges. It's not at that scale. It is in this small little building. It has these floors. It's almost like a house. It's just gorgeous. You feel like you're walking through someone's like magnificent closet. It's amazing. They'll just give you 20% off of the actual retail because you're a visitor, because you're a tourist. If you show them, and they didn't even ask us, I guess we're like very plainly and clearly American, but they didn't even ask us for a boarding pass, but they can ask you for a boarding pass just to prove that like you're in and out of there and that you are just visiting. So definitely check out Brown's. I really appreciated that 20% off. So that's where I picked this up. And I think because I can hold this, it does have a handle up here, a top handle. I can put this over my wrist, over my elbow very easily, but it also has this long strap where I can wear it crossbody or on my shoulder really easily. There's also an external pocket in the back, which is really great if you need something quickly, or if you need quick access to something like, I don't know, car keys or like a valet parking ticket or something like that. I think these outer pockets are really great. This one's a little bit small for my phone. It kind of sticks up. So if I need like a quick place for my phone, I'll put it there. The pocket kind of goes into the bag. So if I maneuver my phone, I can lay it down, but it's not that easy. And I don't like having to do that. It's like, it's hard to get in, it's hard to get out. But anyway, so I will do this, but it does not fit all the way. I just want to mention that. And again, this is the small size. And there is a little flap that covers the zip top. So I do like the security of that. And there is like a patch pocket on the inside. And it's just a great size. I wasn't sure if the small was going to be a little bit too small. I was really thinking that I needed something more like their medium size. I have the extra large, which is great for like a carry-on or whatever, but the small, I was worried that it was going to be a little bit too small, but it is really great for every day. Again, much like the Birkin, if you just want to carry your phone, some sunglasses, keys, lip gloss, that sort of thing, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for that. You can see that it is much wider than a typical phone. So I have an iPhone Pro. It's not the Max, it's not the supersized one, but yeah, it fits very comfortably in there. And what else can I say about it? I mean, it's black, so it goes with everything. Really lends itself to being an everyday, most used kind of bag. You'll notice that all of these bags that I'm gonna talk about, except for one, which is an honorable mention, are all very, very neutral colors, because then it's so easy to match with anything that you're wearing. This has definitely been my most used bag for like the second half of 2023. And I'm actually looking at this. I mean, I'm not surprised because Loewe is really known for their leathers. This bag has held up really, really well. I have been using and abusing this, throwing this in my car, just carrying it around, not really minding too much about this. The newness has worn off a little bit. I'll wear a crossbody, I'll bang into things. I don't really pay much mind, but there are no marks, no scuffs. There aren't even feet, and I know I put this on the ground plenty of times. It's really nice. You guys know I'm not very precious with my things. I haven't polished this or anything. Really, really great quality, I think. So not only is this leather very soft and smooth and like it has a lovely hand, but it is also very durable. So bravo to Loewe for that. So that is my second most used bag of 2023. Now this bag, I think, is of no surprise. I love this bag. I love this bag so much. So I purchased this when I was in Paris in February. So I have had this bag all year, and I have used it all year, all year long. So this is the classique size, which is, I think, the largest Triomphe bag size. So they have like a teen, and then they have some other shapes, but this is the largest one. I just think this bag is perfect. It has surprised me how versatile it can be. I think because this strap is adjustable so that I can wear it crossbody, I can also shorten it quite a bit so that I can turn it into like a shoulder bag if I want something a little bit more, appropriate for evening. It has this really boxy, structured shape, which is what has really thrown me. When I purchased it, I thought, okay, this is gonna be like my fancy bag, one of my fancy bags. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's this Triomphe. I don't know, maybe it's the style these days, but I can pair this with a simple pullover with jeans and wear my clogs, my Birkenstocks or whatever. Throw this on and it just falls right in. It doesn't look odd. Sometimes if I'm wearing something a little bit too casual and I carry my Birkin, I feel like it looks a little odd, or some of my Chanel bags. I feel like it looks a little odd, but for some reason this bag just the style of it just flows right into the rest of a very casual outfit nicely. And of course, unsurprisingly, this works really well with, dresses, with suits. This is a surprisingly versatile bag. Usually I can spot them, like my Loewe bag, that puzzle bag. I knew that was going to be really versatile. It's a simple, modern design, black, smooth leather, right? It could go kind of fancy, not fancy. It's a smart piece. It's a casual piece. Great. I'm not surprised by that. This one, I'm just continuously so surprised at how many things go with this bag. And it's become that bag. If I put an outfit together and I'm like, ooh, what bag should I wear? I'll grab this one, and inevitably it works out gorgeously. So I just love this bag. And this is another one. I thought this was gonna be scuffed. This leather is so smooth and so polished. And again, I am not very careful or precious with my things, but not one mark on this bag. I mean, incredible, right? Incredible. So love this bag. Oh, let me show you what's inside in case you have not seen a Triomphe bag, but it does have some pockets in here, which makes it very, very easy to use. It has a very large kind of main pocket with a zipper in the back, and then it has a very slim pocket in the back, and then a slim pocket in the front. So there's basically 3 compartments. Now you can kind of spread these out, but this bag starts to look a little, it doesn't look right when you put too much stuff in here. So I do have to kind of line up my stuff, like my little wallet. If I have my vlogging camera, that actually fits in here, lengthwise. I'll put like some lip glosses or whatever, like on top. So I do have to kind of organize and line up my things when I use this bag. It's not that big of a deal. I don't have to with the Birkin or the puzzle bag. Those, you know, I can just throw in there. But this bag, it takes a little bit more organization to get everything that I want in here. The only thing that doesn't fit too well, again, it kind of just depends like what I have in here, are sunglasses. I have a pair of Loewe mask sunglasses. They're very bulky and they actually don't fit in a lot of bags, but it just does not fit in this Celine bag. So it's something I have to take into consideration when I use this bag. So anyway, the Classique Triomphe bag from Celine, incredibly versatile, definitely a most used bag of 2023. All right, this next one really surprised me. This is the Louis Vuitton Kusama collaboration Alma bag. So it's got the white polka dots on this black epi leather. It has this pumpkin leather charm hanging off. It does have these little handles and then a shoulder strap. So, you know, I'm just surprised because this is such a very modern, kind of quirky bag because of these painted dots on here. But I think because I wear so much very kind of like simple, plain black outfits or even black and white outfits, this just goes perfectly with that, and it gives my whole outfit a little personality, a little injection of personality, which a lot of times I need. So this is another bag that, much like the Celine, if I'm like, God, what bag am I gonna wear with this? I'll try this one out, and oftentimes it'll work, much to my surprise. I'm like, oh, yeah. I thought because of these polka dots that this bag, I don't know, in my head, I just thought was a little bit more casual in feel, but because I guess of the structured shape, this Alma shape, the fact that it has like top handles or whatever, it looks and works really, really well with like dresses and things that look a little bit more dressed up, a little bit fancier. And I really love it. It's so cute. It's a great size. It is structured much like the Celine Triomphe, but it is just a wide open bag. And look, even polka dots on the inside. Is that not the best? So this fits quite a lot. I could put my sunglasses in here, wallet, phone, keys, lip gloss, etc. And they told me at LV, because I usually just use one zipper and I just zip and unzip all the way around. They told me at LV, they like them to meet, the two zippers, they like them to meet at the top, at the center, so. Sorry, LV. Yeah, it's just a darling little bag. And I think without the polka dots, this Alma shape may be a little bit too ladylike for me. I have a couple of very ladylike bags. I just don't use them very often. I don't dress very ladylike or very feminine. And I think the Alma bag without the polka dots would have been a little bit too ladylike for me. But with the polka dots, I think it really just makes it more fun and like a little sillier, with a little bit more personality. I love this bag. I'm so glad I picked it up. This was definitely a bag I picked up because I just wanted a piece from the collection. I thought if it's a collector's piece and I don't use it often, that's okay. I'm just happy to have this in my collection, but I use it quite often. All right, last but not least, this is by far the most, is it the most practical bag? Maybe. I think maybe this is the most practical. You know what? This is the most like business-like bag that I have, quote unquote. I feel like if I was still working in corporate America, this bag every single day, this is the one that I would be using. Anyway, this is the Totem T-Lock shoulder bag. And it's got really just beautiful, elegant, simple looking hardware. Right, we have some accents here, this T-lock closure, it's got feet, and then it has the all-important top handle and also a shoulder strap. Now this shoulder strap does not extend long enough for me to wear a crossbody, so I just carry it with the top handle, and I will leave this shoulder strap here just in case I need my hands, and I want my hands to be free. But this is such an elegant bag. This is, I think, out of all the bags I've talked about, this is the largest. Let me actually hold it up next to the Loewe so you can get a set. God, the sun's coming through. Hold on, let me move my camera. So here's the Totem, here's the Loewe. You can see it's wider than that and a little bit deeper this way. So this bag made it to the list. I definitely use this a lot. However, I will say, I do wish I think they have a smaller size, and maybe a little bit of a different shape. I'll actually have to look into it. But I think because this is kind of a large bag. It's great for daytime. I think it's great for like, you know, an early dinner or whatever, but for a fancier dinner, for a more formal event, I think this bag, it's just a little bit too big. It's a little bit too casual. And even though it has very elegant shaping and lines and very minimal hardware, I think it's the size that makes it more casual than I anticipated it was going to be. It just, like if I put on a dress and I just have a scarf and I've got heels on, this all of a sudden looks very bulky. I would not insult this bag and call it a ludicrously capacious bag by any means, but it is, I think it's just a little bit too big for an evening bag. For a bag that I would feel comfortable, I mean I would, but a bag that I would pick out if I were going out to a really expensive, high-end, formal kind of dinner where I'm wearing like a dress and heels. This is just a little bit too big for that. But I don't do that very often. So this is a bag that I did end up carrying quite a bit. It is great for every day. It is great for errands. It's so office appropriate. Okay, so those are my 5 most used bags of 2023. Cannot wait to see what 2024 brings. But I do have 2 honorable mentions because these bags came into my life later on this year, but ever since they've come into my life, I have been using them quite a bit. They are definitely in the most used rotation. So the first one is the Loewe squeeze bag. I have it in the olive color. So I have this chain on the longest length, which allows me to wear it crossbody. And when I picked out this bag and I was trying it on at the store, I was sure that this was how I was going to wear it most of the time. And I do wear it crossbody quite often. However, I really like it as a little shoulder bag, like as a little hobo shoulder bag. So I'll just shorten the length of this chain. So I'm going to do that quickly here. I'm just going to take the chain off. So we have like a little clasp here, and it allows me to remove the chain from the bag. And then this part of the chain is really just this charm here, this balloon charm. So I'm just going to remove that. I'm going to slide the handle down, and then you'll see there's another connection point here. So what you're doing is basically removing this length over here. So I'm going to slide that off. And it takes a little practice, but now that I know the chains and I know how to take them on and off, it is super simple. So now I'm just going to reattach the balloon charm to the end of the shorter chain here. And now I'm going to hook this back in. And you can basically attach the chain here wherever you want. So you can even make it a little bit shorter if you want. So I'll do that here. And then you can slide the squeeze handle to where you want it. So now it's like more of a hobo. So like I said, I've been wearing it like this a lot more. I think it's because it's very comfortable here. First of all, I think the shape of it really lends itself to being like right underneath your arm. The round kind of hobo shape is great. But also when the chain is really, really long, when I'm not wearing it crossbody, so when I'm taking it off and I'm putting it in the car, or I don't know, doing whatever, taking it off and trying on clothes, the long chain becomes a little unwieldy. So with this length chain, it just makes things like just a little bit tidier and just kind of like a little bit easier to handle. That's very, very nitpicky. It's not like that would stop me from wearing it crossbody if that was my preference. But when I started wearing the bag this way, it was just something I noticed. Anyway, I really, really love this bag. I do wear this quite often. This olive color, while I don't think it is a typical neutral, I think in my wardrobe, it is quite the neutral. It goes beautifully with browns and grays and blacks, obviously white, taupe colors, and I just love green, and this olive green is so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. So that is the squeeze bag, and they call it the squeeze bag because of this handle. The inside of the handle, you can't see it, but the inside of the handle is 3D printed, and it's like this, I don't know, it's this interesting material that is very, very strong, but a little flexible. Okay, and last but not least, this is my last honorable mention. This bag I just recently got. This is definitely the newest bag out of all of these. And this has really become like my everyday bag. It's kind of taken over for my Loewe puzzle. My puzzle bag, it was always sitting downstairs. Every once in a while I'd take all the stuff out of it and put it into another bag. but then I would just put it right all back into the puzzle bag, and that would be, you know, my everyday or whatever. This bag has taken over. So this is the Celine cylindrical bag, and this is a men's bag, typically categorized as a men's bag, but I love cylinder bags. I just think they fit a lot more than they look like they would. And I just think, you know, it's different for my collection. I do have my bracelet pouch from Loewe. That's a cylindrical bag. I think I have like a really, really old Gucci one from like way back in the day. Anyway, I don't have a lot in my collection, and I really do like this shape. And this coated canvas, it's just great for every day. It's very durable. I don't have to worry about it. It's very light. This strap, which is cotton, it has leather accents, but it's cotton. It's easy, and it is very, very casual. This is definitely not a bag that I would carry out to a dinner or even a cocktail party. With this big, obnoxious Celine printing on there, it just really, really keeps it very, very casual. So it's great for every day. I really love it for every day. And I just love these little accents. This like leather strip with Celine embossed on it is very cool. And I like how light it is. And the strap is adjustable. I believe this is the longest length that I have it on. I think I can maybe make it like a little bit longer, but I wear it crossbody, or I just throw it onto my shoulder. Yep, so that's where it falls on me. And it's super comfortable. It's basically sitting right on top of my hip bone. Yeah. So I've been using this a lot lately. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be doing like my best and worst luxury purchases of 2023. That's gonna be a long video. I feel like I did some good damage in 2023. I think with all my travels between Paris and then going to Italy and then London, I've got lots to talk about. So definitely subscribe if you are into this content. Definitely keep an eye out for that video, which should be coming, I think next week sometime. And thank you guys so much for tuning into Mishmas. I will see you tomorrow in tomorrow's Mishmas video. Bye.